So hello guys, I decided to make my African stew with rice. So here's the ingredients of the things you will need. You will need some tomato. I've got one red bell pepper and an onion there. So it's all there ready to go. I've just cut them up. Well, I've cut the red bell pepper. I've also got sticky rice, also known as sushi rice. I've been soaking that for about 6 hours. I've got my mushrooms there. I'll just cut those into half. And you will also need some spinach. So let's blend. So in the blender, I'm adding my onion and also my tomatoes. And I've got about 6 tomatoes in there. So I'm just cutting them into half and putting it in the blender. I'm also adding in the red bell pepper. This recipe is pretty straightforward. You don't really need, not much needs to go in, to be honest with you. And I'm also using a normal blender, as you can see. You don't need a Blendtec for something like this. You can use your regular blender. And to that, I am also going to add some water. So just enough to make it blendable. And I also like to add water because it helps when you cook the stew, you won't need any oil because the water will dry out, and yeah, you'll see it as we go along in the video. I'm just adding in my water there, and there we go. So I'm gonna blend away. Just gotta get that plugged in there. So I've got my pan, there's nothing in the pan at all, no oil or anything like that. So my pan hasn't got anything in there, as I was saying. And what I'm going to do now is just add in my blended tomatoes. And yeah, so you will see why I don't add anything to the pan. So yeah, there it is going in there. Yep, it's on a medium heat, so we've just got to wait for it to cook really, and just let it do its thing. You will see the water separating from the actual tomato, the blended tomato. You will see the separation with time. So just leave it for about 15 minutes to do its thing. And while that is cooking, I've got my rice in the rice cooker there. It is sushi rice, like I said earlier on. This is my first time making this, so I hope it comes out right. I just followed the instructions on the packet. You can actually make it in the microwave if you want to, but I prefer to use a rice cooker. So the stew is boiling away now. You can sort of see a little separation from the tomato stew to the water. Just leave it for a bit longer to do its thing a bit more. You can cover it up with a lid if you so wish, but to be honest, I haven't noticed a difference when I cover it and when I don't cover it. It's still the same result. So yeah, just let it do its thing. And I'm just going to rinse my spinach. I've been letting it soak in like lukewarm water for a while, just to wash off all the, the stones that you get when you buy spinach. I've already washed my mushrooms, so those are going to go in as well. I don't know what these mushrooms are called, to be honest with you. I actually don't know. So the separation of the tomato stew and the water, you can see it very well now. I'm just about to add in my stock cube. I found this stock cube at my local grocery store. It's called kallo, and it's yeast free and lactose free stock. I'm going to turn it around in a minute. I didn't even realize that just like vegetable stock cubes contained any sort of milk products, and it's amazing what you find out when you do your research. The sodium level in this stock cube is actually pretty good, and a little, like I only use one, so a little does go a long way. Once I use this stock cube, I don't add anything else, and it's not expensive either. The pricing is okay. And yeah, there it is, and it's also organic, so I was very happy when I found that. So I'm just gonna add in my mushrooms before the water fully dries. I'm going to add in my mushrooms, and I'm also going to add in my spinach. So once I've added, before you add your spinach, make sure you fully drain the water from the spinach, or else you'll be left with like a soupy, like watery kind of stew, and you don't want that. So I'm just adding in my spinach there. I'm going to add in some more spinach because I like it a bit, leafy. I like adding mushrooms to this stew because that's like, to me, that's like the meaty. It's as if I'm tricking my mind thinking that even though I don't miss meat or anything like that, let me just clarify that, but it's like that's the meaty section to the dish. So, and this stew, you can eat it with rice, you can have it with potato, you can have it with anything really. Yeah, you can have it with anything. So I'm just mixing it up before adding in my stock cube. So what I then do is just add in the stock cube and let it cook a bit further, and also add in some these are crushed chilies, because I like that sort of kick. I like spicy. I like my spices. I like spicy food, so I'm just gonna add in some crushed chilies, just enough to give it that kick, but not too much. So yeah, I'm just adding in that. I think I added a bit. Actually, no, I didn't add that much. Yeah. So I'm just adding in, I've added in my crushed chilies, just giving that a mix around. I am now going to add in my vegetable stock cube and also giving that a mix around. And I'm just going to let it simmer. And yeah, looking forward to the finished product. So my sushi or sticky rice is complete. So I've put that on my plate and the stew is done. It smelt very nice, and I can assure you that it tasted nice as well. And there is the complete product. As you can see, it's a simple dish to make. It's very healthy. There's no oil, and there's very, very low salt in this dish. Look at the way I've just put the stew on the rice. I was trying to be creative, but I ended up just, But yeah, I can assure you that it did taste very well. And with this, you can have as much as you want and not feel guilty. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And I look forward to making more recipe videos. Bye.